Welcome to my channel. Before we start, let me ask you one simple question. Have you ever felt that you know English, but when it is time to speak, your mouth becomes silent? You understand words, you understand sentences, but still you cannot speak confidently. If this is your story, then this video is for you. But I tell you that you don't need years of study, expensive courses, or perfect grammar to start speaking English confidently. What if I tell you that English is not difficult, but the way people teach English is difficult? Many learners spend years memorizing rules, books, and vocabulary, but they still feel afraid to speak one simple sentence. This is not because they are weak. This is because they were never shown the right path. Now listen carefully. What if just 3 weeks, yes, only 21 days, can change the way you think, speak, and feel in English? I'm not talking about magic. I am not promising native-level English. I am talking about real confidence, clear thinking, and the ability to speak simple English without fear. Small sentences. Clear voice. Most people fail not because English is hard, but because they follow the wrong method. They wait for perfection. They wait to know everything. They wait to feel ready. But the truth is, you never feel ready. Confidence comes after you start speaking, not before. In this video, I will show you a simple, realistic, and powerful 3-week plan that thousands of learners ignore, but successful speakers secretly follow. This plan is made for absolute beginners. No complex words. No heavy grammar. No pressure. Only daily habits that slowly train your brain to speak English naturally. You will learn how to talk to yourself without fear. You will learn how to build simple sentences easily. You will learn how to speak with people without shame. Step by step. Week by week. Slowly but strongly. So stay with me till the end. Don't skip. Don't rush. Because one small habit you'll learn today can change your English forever. And maybe it can change the way you see yourself too. Chapter 1. Why most people never speak English, and how 3 weeks is enough. Most people believe one strong myth about English speaking. They believe that to speak English well, you need many years. They believe English speaking is slow, painful, and only for intelligent people. This belief is wrong, and this belief keeps millions of learners silent. The truth is simple. English speaking does not need years. It needs the right daily action. Many people study English for 10 or even 15 years in school, but still they cannot speak one confident sentence. So the problem is not time. The problem is method. In school, most learners study English, but they never use English. They read textbooks. They memorize answers. They pass exams. They learn grammar rules like formulas. But speaking is missing. English stays on paper, not in life. When English stays only in books, it never becomes natural. Speaking is a living skill. It needs voice, breath, and action. If you don't use English daily, your brain never accepts it as a normal language. Fear is the next big enemy. Fear of mistakes. Fear of wrong grammar. Fear of being judged. Many learners stop themselves before even trying. Inside their mind, they are correcting every word before speaking. They think, is this sentence correct? Is my tense right? What if people laugh? This overthinking blocks the mouth. Confidence dies before the sentence is born. Waiting for perfection is dangerous. Perfection never comes. Fluency comes from trying, not from waiting. English speaking is not knowledge. It is a daily action skill, just like walking or driving. Think about walking. You did not read a book to learn walking. You did not wait to become perfect. You stood up. You fell. You tried again. Slowly, your body learned balance. English works the same way. The brain learns speaking by speaking, not by reading rules. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. The less you speak, the more fear grows. Many learners believe they must first know everything before speaking. This is another trap. No fluent speaker knows everything. They simply know how to continue. They use simple words. They repeat common sentences. They stay calm. English speaking is not about big words. It is about clear and simple communication. Now let us talk about the idea of 3 weeks. 3 weeks is not magic. It is not a shortcut. It is a reset period for your brain. When you repeat a small action every day for 3 weeks, your brain starts to accept it as normal. At first, speaking English feels strange. Your tongue feels heavy. Your mind feels slow. But with daily practice, fear becomes weaker. Confidence becomes stronger. After some days, English no longer feels foreign. It starts to feel familiar. Think of habits in simple words. When you do something once, your brain notices it. When you do it daily, your brain remembers it. When you do it for weeks, your brain accepts it. This is how habits are formed. Not by force. Not by pressure. But by repetition. Speaking English for a few minutes every day is more powerful than studying grammar for hours once a week. There is a very painful moment many learners experience. They understand English, but they stay silent. They can watch videos. They can read posts. They can understand conversations. But when it is their turn to speak, nothing comes out. This silence hurts. It makes people feel weak and small. But this silence does not mean you are bad at English. It only means you never trained your speaking muscle. Remember this strong truth. If you can speak 1 sentence today, you can speak 100 sentences in 3 weeks. 1 sentence is enough to start. 1 sentence is courage. 1 sentence tells your brain, I can do this. Every fluent speaker once started with 1 small sentence. In this series, I will not push you. I will not scare you. I will give you a clear, step-by-step 3-week path, starting from zero fear. Simple actions. Simple sentences. Daily confidence. You don't need talent. You don't need money. You only need consistency. But before speaking to people, there is one important step. You must first learn to speak to yourself. Because confidence is built in private before it appears in public. And that is exactly what we will begin in Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Week 1. Train your brain to think and speak alone. Foundation Week. Week 1 is the most important week. Not because you will speak a lot, but because you will remove fear. Most learners want to speak with people very fast, but inside they are still scared. If fear is inside, words cannot come out. That is why Week 1 is about private practice. Speaking alone is the safest and strongest way for beginners. When you are alone, there is no pressure. No one is listening. No one is correcting you. Your mind can relax. And when the mind relaxes, the tongue starts to move. Confidence is not built in public. Confidence is built in private. Think about any skill. People practice before showing it to others. English is the same. When you speak alone, you train your brain without fear. You are telling yourself, I am allowed to try. This feeling is powerful. It slowly removes the mental block that stops most learners. Now let me show you how to practice in a very simple way. Start with morning mirror talk. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror for 2 or 3 minutes. Look at yourself and say very small sentences. Don't try to be perfect. Just speak. Say things like, Good morning. I am learning English. Today I will try. I am not afraid. These sentences are small, but they are strong. When you speak them daily, your brain starts believing them. Next, talk while walking. When you walk outside or inside your home, speak softly to yourself. Describe what you see. I am walking. The road is long. The weather is nice. You don't need big words. You need flow. You are teaching your brain to think in English without pressure. You can also talk while cooking or making tea. Say, I am making tea. The water is hot. I like this smell. These simple sentences connect English with daily life. English stops being a subject and starts becoming a habit. Sometimes, sit near a window and talk about your thoughts. Say, I am thinking. I feel calm. I want to improve. This kind of self-talk builds emotional connection with English. English becomes your friend, not your enemy. Let me give you more examples of tiny English sentences you can use every day. I am okay. I can try. This is easy. I will practice. Mistakes are okay. Repeat them slowly. Repeat them with feeling. These sentences are not for grammar. They are for confidence. Many learners are afraid of mistakes. They think mistakes are bad. This is not true. Mistakes are training tools. When you make a mistake, your brain learns. When you avoid speaking, your brain learns nothing. Mistakes mean you are trying. Silence means you are stuck. So welcome mistakes. Smile at them. They are part of the journey. Here is an important emotional truth. No one is watching you. No one is judging you. When you practice alone, you are free. Free to sound wrong. Free to stop. Free to repeat. This freedom is what builds real confidence. The fear you feel is not real. It is only in your mind. And practice slowly removes it. Now listen carefully to this spike moment. 10 minutes a day can beat 1 hour of fear. Many learners plan big study sessions but never start. Instead, speak for just 10 minutes every day. Small time, big result. Daily action is more powerful than occasional effort. In week 1, don't memorize. Instead, listen and repeat. Listen to simple English videos. First, repeat the sentences aloud. Your brain learns sound first, then structure. Children learn this way. You should too. Listening plus speaking is the fastest path. By the end of week 1, something beautiful happens. English feels lighter. Your fear is smaller. Your voice is stronger. you realize one powerful truth. If you can speak to yourself, you can speak to the world. In the next chapter, your brain will be more comfortable. Now it will be time to build structure and flow. Simple sentences. Smooth speaking. And that is where Chapter 3 begins. Chapter 3, Week 2. Build simple sentences that flow naturally. Week 2 is where many learners feel a big change. In Week 1, you removed fear by speaking alone. Now, in Week 2, you will build flow. This week is not about speaking fast. It is about thinking smoothly. Many people believe fluency means fast speaking. This is wrong. Fluency is not fast speaking. Fluency is smooth thinking. When your thoughts move easily, your words follow naturally. Most learners struggle because they try to remember grammar rules while speaking. This creates stress. Stress breaks flow. Instead of rules, we use sentence patterns. Sentence patterns are simple shapes of sentences that you can reuse again and again. You don't need to know grammar names. You only need to know how to use the pattern. Let us start with the most powerful pattern, I am. This sentence is simple, but it can create hundreds of sentences. You can say, I am learning English. I am tired. I am happy today. I am ready. I am trying. You don't need new grammar. You only change the last word. This is how fluent speakers speak. They don't think too much. They reuse what they already know. Next pattern is I want. This pattern helps you express desire and plans. You can say, I want to learn English. I want to speak better. I want confidence. I want to try again. This pattern gives you power. You are no longer silent. You are expressing yourself. The third pattern is I like. This pattern is easy and friendly. You can say, I like music. I like English. I like simple words. I like learning slowly. These sentences make conversations warm and natural. Now use today I will. This pattern is perfect for daily practice. Say, today I will practice. Today I will speak. Today I will try. This creates commitment. Your brain starts believing action is normal. The magic is not in learning many patterns. The magic is in recycling the same pattern many times. Beginners think they need new sentences every day. They don't. Repeating simple sentences builds confidence. It builds speed. It builds flow. Here is something very important. Speak slowly. Slow speaking is not weakness. It is strength. When you speak slowly, you think clearly. When you pause, you stay calm. Fluent speakers pause naturally. They don't rush. Pausing gives your brain time to choose words. Now let me touch your heart for a moment. Many learners compare themselves to fluent speakers. They feel small. They feel behind. This comparison is dangerous. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Every fluent speaker was once slow. Every confident speaker was once afraid. Your job is not to compete. Your job is to continue. Here is a spike moment you must remember. Fluent people repeat simple English very well. They don't use difficult words all the time. They use common sentences clearly. This is the secret of fluency. In week 2, start listening to English more. Listen to simple conversations. When someone asks a question, reply with small answers. You don't need long sentences. If someone asks, "How are you?" you can say, "I am fine." If they ask, "What do you do?" you can say, "I am learning." Small answers are enough to keep the conversation alive. By the end of week 2, English will feel lighter. Words will come faster. Fear will be less. You will feel something important. Now, English is not heavy anymore. Your brain is ready. Your flow is ready. Now it is time for the real world. In the next chapter, you will learn how to speak English with people without fear. And that is where Chapter 4 begins. Chapter 4, Week 3. Speak English with people without fear. Real Confidence Week. Week 3 is the turning point. This is the week where English leaves your room and enters the real world. Until now, you have prepared yourself quietly. You removed fear. You built simple sentences. Now it is time to use English with people. This week is not about being perfect. This week is about being brave. Many learners wait for confidence before speaking. This is a mistake. Confidence comes from starting, not waiting. If you wait to feel confident, you will wait forever. The first conversation will feel uncomfortable. That is normal. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is speaking with fear. Let us start with something very simple. You don't need long conversations. You don't need difficult words. You only need small English. Start conversations with basic lines like, "Hello. How are you? Good morning." These words open doors. After that, you can say one more sentence. "I am learning English. I am new here." This honesty makes people kind. People understand effort. Many learners worry, "What if I don't know the words?" This fear is common. But remember, you don't need perfect words to survive a conversation. You can pause. You can repeat. You can use simple phrases like, "One moment. I am thinking. Can you say again?" These sentences are powerful. They keep the conversation alive. Mistakes are not problems. Mistakes make conversations human. When you make a mistake, people don't hate you. They relate to you. They see effort. They see honesty. Sometimes mistakes even make conversations friendly. So don't hide from mistakes. Let them happen. Let me share an emotional moment many learners experience. The first time you speak English to someone, your heart beats fast. Your voice shakes. Your sentence may be small. But inside, something changes. You feel proud. You feel strong. You realize, "I did it." This moment is priceless. This moment changes identity. Here is a strong spike moment you must remember forever. People respect effort, not perfection. People don't expect you to speak perfect English. They only expect you to try. Effort creates respect. Silence creates distance. Now let me teach you how to keep conversations alive with basic responses. When someone speaks, you don't need a long reply. You can say, "Yes. I understand. Okay. That's good." These responses show you are listening. Listening is part of speaking. Communication is not about talking all the time. It is about connection. Accent is another fear many learners have. Let me be very clear. Accent is not important. Clarity is important. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You need to be understood. Speak clearly. Speak slowly. Your accent is part of you. Don't fight it. Use it. By the end of week 3, something powerful happens. English is no longer a subject. It is a tool. It is no longer heavy. It is useful. You stop saying, "I am learning English." You start living it. Here is the final identity shift. You are no longer learning English. You are using English. And when you use English daily, fluency will follow naturally. Before you leave, let me ask you something from the heart. If this video helped you understand English in a simpler and calmer way, then please subscribe to this channel. This channel is not about pressure, rules, or fear. It is about real English, simple English, and life-changing habits for learners like you. If you believe that small daily habits can change your future, then gently press the like button. One like tells me that this kind of simple teaching matters, and it helps this video reach other learners who are silently struggling, just like you once did. Now I want you to do one small but powerful thing. Comment one simple English sentence that you will speak today. Just one sentence. It can be, "I am learning English," or "Today I will try," or "I am not afraid." This comment is not for me. It is for you. It is your first public step. Remember, I am not here to force you. I am here to walk with you. Take your time. Be kind to yourself. Progress is quiet, but it is real. You don't need perfect English. You need courage for one sentence today. Your journey starts now.